Welcome back, my dear students. I hope you remember in the last class we had discussed the corresponding angles, alternate angles, and interior angles for two parallel lines. Now, in this figure, as you can see, line PQ is parallel to line RS and line AB is the transversal. So, in this figure, which are the corresponding angles? And when the lines are parallel, then the corresponding angles are congruent. I repeat, when the lines are parallel, then the corresponding angles are congruent. Or in other words, I can say, if the corresponding angles are congruent, then the lines are parallel. Same thing happens to alternate angles. If you have two parallel lines, then the alternate angles are also congruent. Alternate angles in the shape of Z. If you have two parallel lines, then the interior angles are supplementary. So in this figure, let us write down the names of the corresponding angles, alternate angles, and interior angles which are supplementary. So let us start. Which are the corresponding angles? The corresponding angles are angle AMQ, that is, I'll highlight this angle AMQ, and angle MNS. You will not take the neighboring one, the third one, MNS. So we will write angle AMQ congruent to angle MNS. Corresponding angles are congruent. Now similarly, the other pair of corresponding angles are angle QMN. For your convenience, I'll highlight it. This is angle QMN. And the pair is angle SNB. Angle SNB. Let me write angle QMN congruent to angle SNB. These two corresponding angles are congruent. Now when we go to the other side, which are the corresponding angles congruent that you can see? Angle AMP congruent to MNR. This angle and this angle. Similarly, the other pair of corresponding angles are angle PMN. Okay, this angle, star mark I'll give, and angle PMN and angle RNB. So, when the lines are parallel, corresponding angles are congruent. Now, let us quickly write the names of the alternate angles which are congruent for these parallel lines. The alternate angles congruent are angle PMN, Z figure, no? Z shape. Angle PMN, this is angle PMN, and angle MNS congruent to angle MNS. Then the next is Z, that is this Z, angle QMN. So you will write angle QMN congruent to angle, QMN's pair is MNR. MNR. Alternate angles are also congruent if the lines are parallel. Now let us discuss the interior angles. The interior angles are angles which make C shape, no? So which are they? This one and this one. So that is angle QMN. C shape means this way. We got C. So this is QMN, angle QMN plus, they are not congruent, remember, they make supplementary, QMN and MNS. When you add these two interior angle, you get 180 degree. Now go to the opposite side, that is angle PMN plus angle PMNP plus angle MNR is also 180. This all will happen when the lines are parallel. So with all this knowledge, let us now take practice set and solve it. Go to practice set 2.2. Okay, children. Now let us take practice set 2.2. In practice set 2.2, you can see the first question goes like this. In the adjoining figure, if line M, that is line M, is parallel to line N and line P is the transversal, you all can see the transversal, then find X. You can see here 3X, here X. What is the relation between this X and 3X? Remember, it is choose the correct alternative objective type question. So here you don't have to specify the steps. We will show the working for our convenience, but you have to directly mark the answer. Now before that, let us see what is the relation between X and 3X. These both, they make C shape, no? This angle 3X and angle X. If you see it closely, you can see that they make a C shape. C shape means they both are interior angles. 3X and X both are interior angles. And what we know about interior angles? Interior angles are supplementary when the lines are parallel. Have they given in the question lines are parallel? Check once again. Yes, see here, line M parallel to line N. They have given this information. If lines are parallel, then the interior angles are supplementary. So let us add 3x plus x equal to 180 degree. Interior angles here, no need to write the reason because we want only answer directly. 3x plus x will be 4x is equal to 180. Therefore, x is equal to 180 upon 4. Divide. X is equal to 4 4s are 16, 2 0 4, 5s are 20. So we got x is equal to 45. Do you have that option here? Yes, 45 degree is the correct answer. Now similarly, let's do the second sum. This is also objective type question. In the adjoining figure, line A is parallel to line B. Again, these two lines are parallel. Line L is the transversal. Then find X is the question. Now look closely. Relation between this angle 4X and 2X. Let me check. Do they make corresponding angle? No. One is on this side, one is on the other side. No. Corresponding angles are always on the same side. Do they make alternate angle Z? No, alternate angle means this and this should come. But here 2x they have given. So we will plan something. Now we all know that corresponding angles are congruent. We can take the help of corresponding angles or alternate angles. But any angle you take, answer you will get the same. That means any method you use, you will get the same answer. Now here I am applying this way because doesn't mean that you also have to use the same method. What I am trying to do is, I will consider this angle 4x and this angle. Okay, these two angles. I know that they both are corresponding angles. And I know corresponding angles are congruent. So this angle will also be 4x. For your convenience, let me draw the figure. To explain it better, I have drawn the figure now. Now, what did I say? I am considering the corresponding angles. That is, I'll consider this angle 4x and this angle 4x and this angle. That is, these two angles. If this is 4x, then the corresponding pair, that is this angle, will also be 4x. Both are corresponding angles. They make a F letter shape. Okay. Now, what is the relation between 4x and 2x? Let me draw it separately for you. Just see. Have you seen these type of angles before? They look like linear pair. So they both are linear pair angles. And what do you know about linear pair? Linear pair, that is 4x plus 2x equal to 180. Linear pair make 180 degree. 4x plus 2x is 6x equal to 180. So therefore x is equal to 180 upon 6. X is equal to 30. Now just see whether you have this option 30. Check it in the question. Yes, we have D option 30 degree. So this is our answer. Understood? Now you could have done the same sum by using alternate angles also. As you can see, this is 4x. So the alternate angle means this will also be 4x. Then again 4x and 2x both make linear pair. So again you can use that linear pair and find out the answer. You will get an x as 30 degree only. Whichever method you are using. Okay. Now let us solve the second main question. Okay. So now we have the second main question like this. They have the figure. And joining figure, line P is parallel to line Q. Line T and S are transversals. Find the measure of angle X, angle Y using the measures of the angles given in the figure. Now this is not objective based question, so we have to write proper steps. Let us write down the given part and to find part. Okay, so I have copied the figure. Let us write down the given part. The given. What is given? What is given in the question? Line P parallel to line Q. Line T and S are transversal. Lines T, S are transversal. To find measure of angle X and angle Y. Let us start. Now as you can see in the given figure, I'll mark this. This all given information. So we have to find this X and this Y. And we know that line T and line S, they are not parallel. Only line P and Q are parallel. Okay. So we have to consider alternate angles, corresponding angles, interior angles for line P and Q. Not for T and S. So only P and Q you have to keep in mind. Let us find out X and Y. Thinking of taking angle 40 and angle Y. Just because they make a Z shape, we are wrong. Because this angle 40 and this angle X, they form alternate angles for line T and S. They are not falling on P and Q. See, this Z is falling on line T and S. It is falling on these two lines, not on these two lines. So we can't say that Y is equal to 40 because line T is not parallel to line S. Only line P and Q are parallel. So you can't consider these two alternate angles. It is wrong. So how will you solve this sum? We will consider these two lines which are parallel. So let me begin. What I see here is, now suppose, if this is 70, then the opposite angle will also be 70. That is, this angle will also be 70. Agree? Okay. So for this angle, no name is given. No? So we will give it a name. We will give it as A. In the figure itself, we will mention it as A. Now before we forget, let us write down the step. Solution. We will write angle A equal to 70 degree. Directly you write, but don't forget to write down the reason. Why? Because it is vertically opposite angle. Vertically opposite angle is every student's favorite angle. 70's vertically opposite angle is this angle. Instead of calling it as this angle, I named it as A. Then I wrote it directly. Therefore, A is equal to 70 degree. Why? Because it is vertically opposite angle. Now consider angle Y and this angle 70. Okay. What is the relation between angle Y and angle A? Both these are, they form a C shape, no? They are inside, interior. And these two interior angles, you are getting it for lines P and Q. It is coming for line P and Q, and P and Q are parallel. So interior angles will be supplementary. We have already written line P parallel to line Q, so no need of writing it again. Directly we will write, therefore, angle Y plus angle A equal to 180 degree. Write down the reason, interior angles. Interior angles, put it in bracket. Similarly, this reason also put it in bracket. Now angle Y we know? No, we don't know. So we will write angle Y plus angle A is how much? Just now we got angle A as 70 degree is equal to 180 degree. So therefore angle Y equal to 180 minus 70, angle Y equal to 110 degree. So we got measure of angle Y. Now similarly, let us move on to getting measure of angle X. X is lying here. Huh? So before I forget, let me write down the measure of this angle Y. How much I got? How much we got? 110. Let us mention that this is 110. So it is 110. Angle Y is 110. Now again I am thinking how to form a relation, how to get angle X. Just to think, always remember P and Q are parallel. Okay, so you can't take interior angle here for X and this angle, because these two interior angle is lying on line T and S and they are not parallel. Only if lines are parallel, then the corresponding angles are congruent, alternate angles are congruent, and interior angles are supplementary. Okay, but if the lines are not parallel, no, the case may differ. So how can you find this X? Think. Again, it depends upon student to student which property you want to use. Now what I want to use is, okay, this is how I am solving the sum. What I see here is angle 40 is this angle. Its corresponding pair, that is angle 40's corresponding pair is this angle. So if this is 40, this will also be 40. That is this angle and this angle. They are lying on line P and Q. This angle and this angle, both the corresponding angles are lying on line P and Q. So they both are congruent. So this name, 40 degree angle name, I will write it as B. Here I took A, so here I will write it as B. So directly I will write that step. I'll write angle B equal to 40 degree and mention the most important reason. Why are you saying that? Because they are corresponding angles. We used the corresponding angles property. Corresponding angles are congruent. Once again check, angle 40 and angle B. Both are corresponding angles. So if this is 40, B will also be 40. Now you got the relation between B and X. It is looking like this, B and X. Here you have X and here you have B, which is 40 degree. What are these two angles called? They are called as, what are these two angles called? They are called as linear pair. So we'll use the linear pair property. Write down therefore, angle B plus angle X equal to 180 degree. Reason, linear pair. Put it in bracket, linear pair. Angle B is 40. So in place of B, I'll write 40 plus X, angle X is equal to 180. So therefore, angle X equal to 180, 40 goes to that side, it becomes minus 40. So we got angle X as 140 degree. Understood? Okay. So as I told you, you take corresponding angles for only the lines which are parallel. By giving two transversal, they are trying to confuse you. So you can't take alternate angles this way. Then it is coming for T and S. You can't take interior angle X and this angle. Again, it is coming for these two lines which are not parallel. So try to include corresponding alternate and interior angles for these two lines. So this way we got the value of X as well as value of Y. Hope you understood the sums which we did today. The remaining sums we will do in the next class. Till then, thank you students.